This is the June 2012 Liberty Blast. I'm the Baltimore County Coordinator, and I have been for almost a year now, and pleased to assist the cause of liberty in whatever way I may as County Coordinator. I usually start off with two quotes, for those of you who've never heard one of my Liberty Blasts, and the first one is, bipartisan usually means that a larger than usual deception is being carried out. That's from George Carlin. Now, speaking of deception, I've got another quote for you. It's from Bilderberger David Rockefeller at a UN business conference in September 14, 1994, and he said, "We are on the verge of a global transformation. All we need is the right major crisis, and the nations will accept the New World Order." And I would submit to you that the crisis we're now in, the great financial crisis, the great money bubble that exists right now worldwide and the United States, is that crisis. So the stage is set, and we're about to see what's going to happen, and we can be part of the course of history if we choose to act and enter into action with boldness in defense of liberty. So, books to recommend. Lies the Government Told You by Judge Napolitano. We have these available for $5, which is a steal of a price. We have Economics in One Lesson, the nifty hardcover edition, for just $10. And we also have more copies of Nullification by Tom Woods. We have unsigned copies for $15, and we have signed copies for $20. Further, I've got an announcement here. Mr. Seibel, did I pronounce your name correctly? Billy Seibel has a special collection that he's doing for some U.S. soldiers who were wounded in Afghanistan. It's kind of like a Wounded Warrior type of project, I guess. Killed in a suicide, or I guess there were some soldiers hurt in a suicide attack. And so you can see him about what we can do about that. He's got some handouts and things. Our next monthly meeting would normally fall on the 4th of July, but we don't want to come between family activities, and things are going on the 4th. So, many of us have families of our own and so on. So we will not have a regular monthly meeting here at the Holiday Inn in July. We are going to try to put together a special social event in July instead at the Free State Gun Range in White Marsh. So we'll just go shooting together for those who want to do that. And the time and date are still TBD, still to be decided. So we won't be meeting on the first Wednesday in July. We have a fun social event planned at Seminary Park, 2 p.m. Saturday, June 16th. We've got some nifty postcards made up by Ashley Wilson and Josh Hines, who are the coordinators for this event, and they've done a great job so far. Seminary Park, as you may know, is located at 1422 Burton Avenue, Lutherville, Timonium, 21093, so it's in the zip code somewhere nearby. I don't know the exact way to get there from here. But we ask that you reserve tickets for the event on Eventbrite so that we know how much food to order. We have games and free food planned, and you are free to bring food as you wish, but not required. So should be a good time, and we hope to see you there. We also have Liberty Activist Training scheduled for Sunday, July 1st. The Campaign for Liberty will be flying in some of the best Liberty trainers in the country to provide you with excellent hands-on skills to resist the spread of collectivism and statism where you live. Over the years, this training has helped develop an excellent cadre of activists in Maryland. If you want to be a leader in the Liberty movement, please come to this event. There are still tickets available. We will be meeting here at the Holiday Inn at 8:30 a.m. on July 1st. The cost is $30 and includes lunch. Please see either myself or Robin Graham. Robin's not here tonight. You can come see me afterward if you want to attend. I can send you the link. Meanwhile, your political reality won't change until you do. So keep that in mind, and we hope to see you there. In Maryland, as many of you already know, the big government politicians in Maryland's General Asylum voted to increase your taxes yet again in a special session held mid-May. Legislators also offloaded pension costs from the state onto individual counties, which means that the county will probably look to increase property taxes at some point, even though, as usual, they swear they won't. National news. The Bilderbergers held their annual confab at the Westfield Marriott Chantilly, Virginia this past weekend. Do we have anybody there at the Bilderberg conference? In the back? Yep, we had a few. So there are many important movers and shakers from major corporations and various political leaders met in secret to decide how they want to rule over us at this conference. And that's essentially what goes on. They do it through public policy, and of course it's in violation of the Logan Act. Essentially you have U.S. policymakers meeting in secret, and none of the meeting minutes or what comes out of those meetings is available to the public, and who knows what they're up to, right? So, of course, Barack Obama's minions were in attendance at this conference, and Mitt Romney was also in attendance at this conference. Mitch Daniels, possible VP pick for Mitt Romney there. So do you ever get the feeling that there's a special club out there and you're not in it, to channel George Carlin once again? Speaking of Mitt Romney, the last few days we discovered revelations that although he denied it on the campaign trail, Mitt Romney was the major driving force behind the Massachusetts health care law that he helped pass. He pushed the individual mandate that is the linchpin of Obamacare, as many of you may know. How ironic that the man supposedly in charge of repealing Obamacare is the very man who provided Obama with some of his best ideas. On free markets and individual liberty, Mayor Bloomberg is pushing a crackdown on sodas in New York City over 16 ounces. So even if statist politicians like Michelle Obama, and yes, I think of her as a politician because she's married to Barack Obama. So even if statist politicians like Michelle Obama and Bloomberg are right that sodas are bad for you, it is totally impractical to enforce this rule. You can still buy another 16-ounce soda, in which case it's really a special subsidy for paper cup suppliers and fast food restaurants. Is he really going to ban free refills too? If not, what's to stop you from refilling your 16-ounce drink again in 15 minutes? Might you then be encouraged to drink 32 ounces instead of 24, and thus causing a backfire in the original intended policy? What if you decide to skip the ice to get your desired fix of caffeine and sugar? Questions, not enough answers. Sound money. On June 1st, Japan and China began direct currency trading without use of the dollar as intermediary. This means a drop in the utilization of the dollar, which is intensely dollar negative. And on the drone warfare front, American police will soon be able to use drones not just for surveillance purposes, but also for offensive operations against the American people. For now, these drones will be equipped with rubber bullets and tear gas for use against the U.S. population. There's a new drone wing that will be operating out of Martin's Airport in Whitemarsh, Middle River. It'll be staffed by young kids who play lots of video games and get twitchy fingers and are trained from an early age to shoot first and ask questions later. I'm sure due process will be followed at all times. At the national level, there is a record number of PhD recipients on food stamps, but hey, we're moving forward, right? Thank you.